everyone. Good to see you. My name's Amber. I'm from England. Yeah, can you hear it in my accent? I'm from England. This is my first time doing a live, so I'm very excited. No, I'm not a student. I'm just teaching. Yeah. So I stopped studying maybe about 3 years ago now. Yeah. How about you, Jalen? What do you do? Good to see you, 7 people involved. Everybody comment. I teach English online, and I also work in a shop doing embroidery in the back. Hi, Mahmood. Hi, Jaren. Hello, Vikash. Sorry, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing everybody's names correctly. Please correct me if I'm not. Good to see you all commenting. How's everyone doing today? Oh, yeah. Hi. Yeah, so let me tell you all a little bit about my day and what I've been doing. So today in England, it's kind of a regular day. It's a bit and it's a bit cold, to be honest. I nipped out today and I was quite cold, so I had to wear quite a big coat. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you, Mahmood. How are you? You're from Iran, Jalen. That's interesting. I've never been to Iran before. What's Iran like? Hi, Javian. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Yeah, so I was just saying about the weather in England. Yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm from England. And England is normally known for that it's raining a lot and that it has bad weather, but today it wasn't raining, and I was so happy with that. You're welcome, Jevon. It's nice to know that you're all doing well. I had to wear such a thick coat. I had to be prepared to be walking around in this cold weather. Hi Hassan, hi Vikash. What do I do? So I teach English, but I also work in a shop and I do embroidery. Does anybody know what embroidery is? Have I ever visited India? No, I haven't, but I would love to go to India. It's a place where I've always been interested to go to. Hi Arman. Good to see everybody. So, today it's kind of what I wanted to do was a meet and greet. Any questions that you have for me, please ask me. Any English culture questions that you want to know, this is what I'm here for. I thought that I'd do this as a chance for you to get to know your teacher, because that's what I wanted to do. I'm well, thank you, Arman. How are you? How is everybody? Let me just read the comments, make sure that I haven't missed anybody out. Yeah, so let me tell you all about what I've done today. So like I said, I walked to the shop. We have a lot of different types of shops here. We have Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Asda's. Has anybody heard of these types of shops before? Oh, you're from Bangladesh. Oh, that's lovely. That's great. Again, another place that I would love to go to that I haven't been to before. Where's everybody else from? Please tell me. We have Vikash, who's from India. Arman, who's from Bangladesh. Jada, that she's from Iran. Where's everybody else from? Anybody? Before I carry, unless you want me to tell. Oh, Egypt. That's cool. I've always wanted to go to Egypt as well. What part of Egypt? India. That's great. So tell me, what is something that you love about your culture? Everybody. I will start. I love my culture because I love fish and chips, and I like beans, and I like full English breakfasts. What does everybody like about their culture? What does everybody like? Perhaps you like the weather, the food. Hello Saha. Good to see you. I'm Amber. I'm from England. How are you doing today? Is everybody keeping well? I'm well, thank you. Yes, I'm doing good. This is my first live, everybody, so if you can give me some tips, but this is a meet and greet. So if there are any questions that you have for me, please let me know. Anything you want to know about English? Here we go. Javian, a good question. Could you please give us tips regarding English pronunciations? Very good question. Thank you for that. So, is it British English or American English? So with British English, a tip that I would give you is to pronounce your T's and D's. That will help with your pronunciation, okay? So for example, a word like about, make sure you pronounce that T, okay? Or script. When you pronounce the T, that always helps with pronunciation. So I'm going to type that for everybody. Pronounce your T. Okay? And that helps with British pronunciation tips. I'm going to type that for everyone. So pronounce your T's. Pronounce your D's for words, and that's going to help to sound like a British, there we go, sound with a British accent. So even when I said accent, that T, that helps. British accent. So the T's really do help when it comes to pronunciation. Have special effort in the T. Are there any more questions when it comes to our pronunciation? Are there any words that people find hard to pronounce? Any questions? Anyone? I'll wait for your questions because it's really important for me as your teacher to know what you need help in. So, Javian, did that answer your question? Was that a good tip? What do you think? What do you guys think? Any more tips that you need? Or any questions that you would like to ask me? Here is your chance to ask a native English, British English speaker. So this is your chance. Great, 13 people watching now. This is great. Good to see you all. Please introduce yourself. Tell me your name, where you're from. This is really interactive. I want to hear from you. Anybody? Saha, are you still there? Everybody say hello. Hi, Abbas. From Iraq. Brilliant. Thank you for joining in today. Do you have any questions for me? Hassan, any questions for me? Oh, great. Good questions. Deliberative means. So the way that we would phrase that is, what does deliberative means? So deliberative comes from the stem word deliberate. Deliberate is when we do something on purpose. Okay, I'm just typing that. Okay, for example, that boy kicked me deliberately. The boy kicked me deliberately. Okay? Hi AJ. Okay, so PJ is asking if I can suggest some linking words to join ideas. So, for example, to continue. Hello Breeze, good to see you. To continue. In addition, we can have also, isn't another good word. Please give your suggestions as well. Some connecting words. What are other people asking? How can I spell water better in the American accent? Okay, so to spell it, you spell it in exactly the same way, but you say it differently. So you would say water, better, whereas we pronounce the T's here. We say water, better. Okay, I hope, does that answer your question? I hope. 16 people now, please come and say hi, introduce yourself. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask a question. Hello Annie. Yeah, so we're going to do a meet and greet, and then any questions that you have, and I want to hear about your culturally, and any questions that you have about me and the English culture. No, I'm not Nigerian, I'm English. Okay? Let me have a look. How do you spell perspective? You have spelt it brilliantly already. Yeah, that is how you spell perspective. P-E-R-S-P-E-C-T-I-V-E. Brilliantly. So Abbas, T to D, okay? So T to D, yeah, so you want to pronounce T and D, okay? So when you really pronounce those words, it helps you to have that British accent. And that's what really brings it out when you pronounce those. You don't miss them out, because normally T's and D's, they're at the end of a word and people don't really pronounce them as much. But when you do pronounce it, it helps to have more of a British accent. Breeze, I don't know if you're trying to just ask me questions, but I don't take racism. I've told you that I'm not Nigerian, and that's it. Okay, but PG, thank you. That's a nice one, very good. So, common native expressions in day-to-day. Nice, so normally in English, we use a lot of phrasal verbs, okay? So like, how's it going? Okay, let me write that down. How's it going? Yes. Thank you. Annie got there a bit quicker than me. So we got, how's it going? How's your day been? Hello, Jeet. Good. So we got, how's your day been? How's it going on? So if we're asking somebody about somebody's day, we can say, well, how's it been going on? And that means, what have you been doing in the day? Yeah, so that would be a native expression. Starting from the basics. Okay, I'll get to you, Jaren, thank you. Starting from the basics would just be, hello is the most formal way of saying hi. Okay. Hi is less formal. Then we have hiya, which is even less formal. Hey, again, informal. But these are first, maybe I would say hey to a friend, hey to somebody that I haven't seen in a while. But if I was talking to a colleague, or if I was talking to somebody who should be respected, then I would say hello. Jaren, to answer your question, and please keep the questions coming. To answer your question, how to use the phrase, so it's not a phrase, we've got the two words, how to use give or take. Good. So when we're giving somebody something, we give it to somebody else. It's no longer ours. Okay? So for example, I have an apple, an imaginary apple in my hand, and I give it to you. Okay? So give is we're getting rid of it, right? But when I take something, it means I'm asking for it back. Or I have possession, I now have it back. Does that make sense? The difference between give and take. Good. Brilliant. Thank you, Annie. You're so on board. Loving this. Does that make sense to everybody else as well? You got me. Thank you. Okay. Let me see who else has been saying hi. Jeet, hello. Defmir, hello. Nazmur, hello. Anybody have any more questions for me? I also thought that I would talk about the weather. You know, who wants to know how to say different expressions about the weather, or who can tell me different expressions about the weather? Anybody? Anybody tell me different expressions? Oh, okay. Jaren, okay, I understand, yeah. So, give or take, right, that phrase. Give or take means they don't know for sure, but it was within 1,000 years. So, take a few years off or add a few years, they're not sure. Okay? So, for example, if I said, I think that my brother will get married in give or take 2 years. So it's like 2 years, maybe a little bit less than 2 years, maybe then a little bit more, not sure. Okay? Okay, Annie, thank you. Under the weather. Does anybody know what under the weather means? I was under the weather. Annie, you were so on it. Good. You're welcome, Jaren. While we think about weather things, I'm going to answer the other questions. Abbas, a synonym. So you can say synonyms. Synonyms. It's a different one to spell, don't worry. Of the word hard. So, depends what you mean. Do you mean material hard, texture, or do you mean a task, like an activity is hard? Which one do you mean, Abbas? And yes, PG. Under the weather means that you're not well. Yeah, I'm feeling under the weather. Another way would be saying, when we're talking about not being well, I'm not feeling myself. Okay? I'm not feeling... A bit off colour. Okay, good. So, Abbas, you were talking about activity. So another word that we can use for hard is difficult. Okay? Another word that we can use for hard would to be saying it's not easy. So that wasn't easy. Instead of saying it was hard, or as if we just say, oh, that was not easy to do, or that was difficult to do. Yeah, or tough. Very good. Nice. Okay, I'm looking at the other questions. I'm just catching up with you. Brilliant. So let's go back to the weather. So what is the weather like in all of your countries where you're living? Please tell me. Come on, Annie. Back me up. What's the weather like in your country? Where are you from? Scorching. Wow. Do we all know what that means? Scorching. It's super, super hot. So where are you from, Annie? Vietnam. Okay. Wow. I wish that I was in maybe not scorching weather, but I would like some sun right now. Abbas, where are you from? What's the weather like? And some of you quieter people. AJ, you still there? PG, are you still there? Sorry. Javion, are you still there? Mohammed, are you still there? Tell me what the weather is like. Oh, okay, so it's pleasant. That's a nice way to describe it. It's pleasant. Good. Here is very cloudy. With a stiff breeze. Just read it. In the south, it's a bit hot, but in the north of Vietnam, it's chilly. Okay, so it kind of depends where you are. See, here in London, wherever the weather is always more intense, wherever. So if it's colder in like the north of England, then it's always colder in London. And if it's hot in the north of England, then it's always hotter in London. So whatever the weather is wherever else, it always intensifies. Okay, guys, I'm going to stay here for another 2 minutes because I'm going to finish at past. I'm going to do some shopping today because I'm going to be cooking later. And I'm going to make a fish dish. Salmon fish. Who likes salmon here? Does anybody like fish or salmon? Yeah, does anybody like... Oh, I love it too, Annie. I really love salmon. Anybody else? Abbas, do you like salmon? Okay. BG's a vegetarian. Thank you, Goran. Thank you for having me. I'm only going to be here for another minute or so. I'm just telling everybody how I'm going to go shopping, and then I'm going to make salmon. Any ideas for my next live video before I go? I would love to stay, but sorry. Maybe I'll stay for another 5 minutes or so. Does anybody else want me to stay? Oh, okay. Abbas hasn't tried it before. Nice. Oh, thank you, Jeren. That's very kind of you. What kind of food does everybody like? Because PG, if you don't like, well, if you're a vegetarian, what do you like to eat? Yeah, I like tuna as well. I love fish. I'm wondering if PG is still here or he's left me. What food do you like, Goran? Okay, PG. Cottage cheese. But you can't just eat cottage cheese by itself, right? Don't think you can, or do you have it with something else? Jaren, what do you like to eat? Oh, I want to pronounce this name correctly. Abdirahman, what do you like to eat? Oh, you'll have to show me some of your recipes because although I have a lot of allergies, like I can't have dairy, I can't have oranges either. What allergies? Does anybody else have allergies? And guys, Annie, you're so funny. And guys, remember, as I said, any tips for my next live lesson, please? I need your help. I need you. Oh, learning English. Like that. I like that. Thank you. Who gave me that? Goran. Yep. Like tips for learning English. I like that. Lucky you, PG. No allergies. I'm so jealous. I wish I was like that. Dolma is Baja. Okay, I'm probably pronouncing these very wrong, so I apologise. Idioms, okay, I can do that, Annie. So we've got a bit of idioms. Speaking debate. Oh, okay. What do you mean by that? Come on, guys. What else? Who else has some more ideas of what I can do? Don't be jealous of me, you saying, PG. Yes, because I wish that I could eat everything like you, but I can't. Anybody else with some good ideas? No, I've never eaten that before, Manna. Okay, so far, I don't know if Jalen's still there. Do you have any ideas of what I could do for my next live? Vikash, Mahmood, any ideas for the next live? So far, my favourite that to do is like tips for learning a language. Oh, sentences with gerundings. Okay, gerundings. I like that too. Okay, Goran, you must have been on this for a long time. You really know what you're talking about. That's great. Okay, phrasal verbs. That's a good one. Assalamu alaikum. I know that one. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up now. It's been really nice to introduce interact with you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me on my first live. I really appreciate the help, and I really want to be a good teacher. So, okay, tips about speaking English fluently. Good. I'll prepare something for next time. Please continue to check my profile, and I'll put my next live up. Hello, Chitipe. I'm just about to go. I'm very sorry. I've been here for about over half an hour now. But it's been really good to see you all, and hopefully I'll see you all again at another live. I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. Can everybody say bye? Thank you. Goodbye, Abbas. Thank you, Annie. You have a good day too. Bye, Gorham. Bye, PG. Thank you. You take care of yourself. Bye, Gorham. Bye, Jaren.